So in previous videos I talked about the Young's double slit experiment. So in this video I am going to solve some problems. So this is problem number 1 on page 963, HRK volume 2 4th edition. So in this problem it is asked that we have a monochromatic green light wavelength 554 nanometer illuminates two parallel narrow slits 7.7 micrometer apart. Calculate the angular deviation of the third order bright fringe in radians and in degrees. So the data is given here, wavelength is given, the slit separation is given, and we are asked to find this theta, which is the angular deviation from the horizontal, and we are asked to find for third order bright fringe. So we know this expression d sine theta is equal to m lambda. So sine theta will be equal to m lambda by d, where m is equal to 3. So putting all the values I can find solving for theta. So theta is equal to 12.46 degrees. And also you know that how you can convert degrees into radians. So 2 pi is equal to 360 degrees. So therefore 12.46 degrees will be equal to 0.22 radian. So that was first problem. In the second problem, in a double slit experiment to demonstrate the interference of light, the separation d of two narrow slits is doubled. So it is asked that first this separation was d, and now in the next experiment this separation is doubled, so we have 2d. In order to maintain the same spacing of the fringes on the screen, how must the distance of d of the screen from the slits be altered? The wavelength of light remains unchanged. So look here, fringe spacing is given by this relation delta y is equal to delta lambda L by d. We found this, and now this slit separation d is changed by 2d. So now the new slit separation is d dash is equal to 2d, while the lambda remains same. So lambda is equal to lambda, and we are asked to find this. So we have found a relation for the fringe spacing. So this is given by delta y is equal to lambda L by d, where L is the slit screen separation. In the question this is basically d, so you should consider as equivalent of d, and lambda L divided by d, where d is the slit separation. Here the slit separation is doubled, mean that new d is 2 times d, so d prime is equal to 2d. The wavelength remain changed given in the question, so lambda is equal to lambda. And now we are asked to find the slit screen separation, that is L dash. So the slit separation remains unchanged, so therefore I can write this delta y is equal to lambda L prime divided by d prime, which is equal to delta L prime by 2d. So since before and after the slit separation remains same, so it is given by, so we can equate the equation a and b. So this gives me delta L by d is equal to delta L prime divided by 2d. So L prime is equal to 2L. So it means the distance of slits from screen should be doubled. So next we have problem number 3. So a double slit experiment is performed with blue green light of wavelength 512 nanometer. The slits are 1.2 millimeter apart. So this is basically the slit separation, which is represented by this d, the small d, and the screen is 5.4 meter from the slit. So this is L, or sometime we represent this by capital D. So how far apart are the bright fringes as seen on the screen? So it asks that if we have two bright fringes, so what is the distance between these two bright fringes? So we know that this is basically known as the fringe spacing, delta y. So this is given as delta y is equal to delta y is equal to lambda L by d. So putting all the values, we know the lambda, which is 512 nanometer, we know the L, which is 5.4 meter, and we know the slit separation, which is d 1.2 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meters. So solving for this, we can get delta y is equal to 2.3 millimeter. So this is the fringe separation. So next is problem 4. So find the slit separation of a double slit arrangement that will produce bright interference fringes 1 degree apart in angular separation. Assume a wavelength of 592 nanometer. So now look at this figure. So let's say the first fringe, or we can say the mth fringe, happens at an angle of theta m, while the next fringe happens at an angle of delta angle of theta m plus 1. So now this difference is equal to delta theta, that is 1 degree. Wavelength is given and we are asked to find the slit separation. So you can see here, so we have this condition, d sin theta is equal to m lambda, and d sin theta m plus 1 is equal to m plus 1 lambda. So I can subtract these two equations. So this gives me d times sine of theta m plus 1 minus sine of theta m is equal to lambda. Since you know that the for far field approximation this theta is very small, so we can say sine of theta is approximately equal to theta. So in this expression I can write sine of theta m plus 1 minus sine of theta m is equal to only the theta minus theta m, so which is given, which is equal to delta theta. So we have this expression, d times delta theta is equal to lambda. We are asked to find the slit separation, so this is d. So d is equal to lambda by delta theta. Lambda is given, delta theta is given, so I can solve this expression here. I have converted this theta into radian. So this gives me my answer, which is 3.39 into 10 raised to power minus 5 meter. Next is problem 5. A double slit arrangement produces interference fringes for sodium light that are 0.23 degree apart. So again this delta theta is given. For what wavelength would the angular separation be 10% greater? Assume that the angle theta is very small. So lambda is given, delta theta is given, so it is asked to find the new wavelength for which this delta theta is 10% greater. So I can denote this by lambda prime and delta theta prime, and delta theta prime is 10% greater than delta theta. So in previous problem we showed that delta theta dot d is equal to lambda. So in this question it is asked that the slit separation d is constant, so this gives me delta theta is proportional to lambda, and we know that if there is an increase by 10% in delta theta, then there should be an increase of 10% in wavelength. So this is a very simple relation. So all we have to do is to find the 10% of wavelength and add it into the previous wavelength. So 10% means 0.1 multiplied by 589 plus 5 at 9 nanometers. So this gives me 4648 nanometers. So this should be the wavelength. So next is problem 6. A double slit arrangement produces interference fringes for sodium light whose wavelength is given by lambda is equal to 589 nanometer that are 0.20 apart. What is the angular fringe separation if the entire arrangement is immersed in water? So look here, wavelength is given, the angular separation is given, which is 0.20, so I can convert into radian, which gives me 3.49 into 10 raised to power minus 3 radian. And now we are asked to find the new angular separation, that is delta theta prime, and here in water we have refractive index n is equal to 1.3. So we already found this expression that d times delta theta is equal to lambda. So d is equal to lambda by delta theta. So in this, from this we can find this slit separation, which is equal to d. So I can use the similar expression for the new arrangement in water, that is d into delta theta prime into lambda by n, because if in vacuum the wavelength is lambda, so for in a medium with refractive index n, the wavelength will be lambda by n. So delta theta prime will be lambda by n, so divided by d. So solve, we have all the values, so solving for this we will find our result as delta theta prime is equal to 2.7 into 10 raised to power minus 3 radian, which is equal to 0.15. So you can see the angular separation decreases, it's mean the fringe separation decreases, so fringes are closely spaced. Next is problem number 7. So in a double slit experiment, the distance between slits is 5.22 millimeter, which is basically the slit separation d, and the slits are 1.36 meter apart. which is basically the capital L or capital D, sometime we represent it by D. So this is 1.36 meter. Two interference patterns can be seen on the screen, one due to light with the wavelength 480 nanometer and the other due to light with the wavelength 612 nanometers. So now here we don't have monochromatic light, but we have a light that we have two lights. So each of them will have its own interference pattern. So find the separation on the screen between the third order interference fringes of the two different patterns. So both of them will have their own interference patterns. So we are asked to find the separation between the third order separation between third order fringes of these two wavelengths. So this is the data that is given. So D is given, L is given, lambda 1 and lambda 2 are given, and we are asked to find the separation between third order fringes of different patterns. Since you know that to find the position of any fringe, you have this relation, that is phi m is equal to m lambda L by D. So for first wavelength, that is lambda 1, so I can find this. So this gives me y3 is equal to 3.75 into 10 raised to power minus 4 meter. So this is for 480 nanometer. Similarly, I can use this similar expression for finding the third order bright fringe position. I only need to replace this lambda 1 by lambda 2. So this gives me 4.78 into 10 raised to power minus 4 meter. So this is for 612 nanometer. So obviously we have two values. So we can subtract this to find the net value, which is equal to delta y3 is equal to 0.103 millimeter. So this will be the separation between these two slates. So this will be the separation between the third order bright fringes. So the next problem is problem number 8, and it is an interesting problem. So in an interference experiment in a large ripple tank, the coherent vibrating sources are placed 120 millimeter apart. So you can see in this figure, so if let's say we have two sources A and B, so the distance between them is D, which we can take as the slit separation. And next, the distance between maxima 2 meter away. The maxima is 2 meter away, means the slit screen separation, which is we represent by L, is 2 meter, is 180 millimeter. So this is fringe spacing. 180 millimeter is the fringe spacing. If the speed of ripple is 25 centimeter, calculate the frequency of vibrators. So since we know that frequency is equal to speed over lambda, so speed is given, so all we have to do is to find the lambda. So from this triangle, you know that tan theta is equal to y by L. Y is given, L is given. So this gives me theta is equal to 5.12 degree. You have to solve this. Since we know that d sin theta is equal to m lambda, and for first order bright fringe or for maxima, we have d sin theta is equal to lambda. So we know the value of d, we know the value of theta. So putting the value of d and theta, so this gives me lambda is equal to 0.0107 meter. So now we have the wavelength. So frequency is equal to speed over wavelength. So putting the value of speed and the lambda and solving for this, so I get 23.36 per second or 23 hertz. So this was an interesting problem. So next is problem number 9. If the distance between the first and 10th minima of a double slit pattern is 18 millimeter. So first and 10th minima, so the separation between the first and 10th minima is 18 millimeter. So this is the fringe spacing between first and 10th, and the slits are separated by 0.15 millimeter. So this is basically the slit separation, with the screen 50 centimeter from the slits, which is basically capital L, screen slit separation. What is the wavelength of light used? So we are asked to find the wavelength of light. So you can see in figure, and you also say that if we have two consecutive bright or dark fringes, so the distance between them is lambda L by D, which is known as fringe spacing. Similarly, if we have a distance for m, let's say for m and m plus 1, we have lambda L by D, and similarly for m and m plus 2, we will have 2 lambda L by D, or you can see here in this figure for m is equal to 0 and m is equal to 1 we have lambda L by D. So as we go on, so 10th minima, for 10th minima we will need to multiply this by 9, because for first and second we need 1 lambda L by D, for first and third we need 2 lambda L by D, and similarly for first and fourth we need 3 lambda L by D. So for first and 10th we need 9, so this is delta y prime is equal to 9 times lambda L by D. So lambda is equal to delta y prime D by 9L. All of the parameters are given. Delta y is 18 millimeter, the D is 0.15 millimeter, and L is 50 centimeter. So solving for this equation we can find the value of wavelength, which is 600 nanometers. Next problem is 12, and this is very interesting problem. So we have two coherent radio point sources separated by 2 meter are radiating in phase with lambda 5.50 meter. So wavelength is given, the slit separation or the separation between sources is given 2 meter. A detector moved in a circular path around the two sources in a plane containing them will show how many maxima. So we have a detector that is moved in a circular path, so it's mean our screen is of circular shape. So wavelength is given, the slit separation is given, so we are asked to find the total number of maxima. Since you know that for the maxima we have this condition, so we can still use this Young's double slit experiment. You should remember that this experiment is not specific for light, it is used for all waves. So d sin theta is equal to m lambda, so m is equal to d by lambda sin theta. For maximum we should have sin theta should be equal to 1, so this gives me m is equal to d by lambda, so putting the value 2 by 0.50, which gives me 4. So we have the maximum value of m is equal to 4. So we have following values of m is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But now you should remember that the screen is of circular shape, so we can cut this into two parts, so one on the left while on the one on the right. So for m is equal to 0, usually we have one central maxima or 0th order maxima, but here since our screen is divided into two portions, one is on left while the other is on right, so we will have two central maxima, one on right while the other on the left. So for m is equal to 0 we have two values of maximum. For m is equal to 1, if we have one single screen, so we have two values. For one, for m is equal to +1, that is above the central point, while one for m is equal to -1, that is lower the central point. So on one side of the screen we will have two values, and similarly on the other side of the screen we will have two values, so this gives me 4. And similarly for m is equal to 2 we will have 4, and for m is equal to 3 we will have 4. But for m is equal to 4, we know that sin theta is equal to, here we have used this relation that sin theta is equal to 1, therefore we got the value of m is equal to 4. So this gives me 90 or 270. So this point, this vertical point is common in both screen. So the waves that are originating from left or from right, so they will interfere on this one point, and one point vertical and one point at this lower point. So therefore we will have only two values here. So total values will be 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2, that is equal to 6. So next is problem number 13, and this is a very long problem. So in the front of a lecture hall, a coherent beam of monochromatic light from a helium neon laser illuminates a double slit. From there it travels a distance of 20 meter to a mirror at the back of the hall and returns to the same distance to a screen. In order that the distance between the interference maxima be 10 centimeter, what should be the distance between the two slits? So we are asked to find the distance between two slits. So look here, wavelength is given, the distance between the screen and slit is given, because one is traveled 20 meter and comes back, so 20 plus 20 is equal to 40 meter. So this is slit screen separation, and the slit separate and this fringe spacing is given, that is delta y is equal to 10 centimeter, and we are asked to find this d. So delta y is equal to lambda d by d, so d is equal to lambda capital D by delta y. So putting all the values we will get 0.253 millimeter. In part 2 it is asked state what you will see in the lecture slips a thin sheet of cellophane over one of these slits. The path through the cellophane contains 2.5 more waves than a path through air of the same geometric thickness. Actually I didn't solve this problem, but you should remember that if a sheet is inserted then the patterns are shifted, so there will be a shift in the pattern. So I think that is enough. So whenever a medium is exerted, the fringes get shifted. Next is problem number 18. The coherence length of a wave train is distance over which the phase constant is the same. We discussed this in our first lecture of this series. So if an individual atom emits coherent light for this time, so this is the time that is given. So what is the coherence length of the wave train? So this is an expression that you should remember, that the coherence length which is represented by LC. L subscript C is equal to C into delta T, where C is the speed of light in vacuum and delta T is the time. So solving this you get L is equal to 3 meters. So this is the coherence length. Up to this length the waves will be in phase or will have the constant phase. In part B, suppose this wave train is separated into two parts with a partially reflecting mirror and later reunited after one beam travels 5 meter and the other 10 meter. Do the waves produce interference fringes observable to human eye? Since we are already found that the phase difference is the coherence length is 3 meter, so after 3 meters waves will have no constant phase difference, so no interference pattern is observed by a human observer. Although at a particular point, because the time scale is very small, so at a particular point after this time delta T, if there is a maxima, so after this time there may be a minima, but this will be a very rapid change because this time scale or the time interval is very small. So to human observer there will not be any kind of interference pattern. Next is problem 19. So source A of the long range radio waves leads source B by 90 degree. The distance RA to a detector is greater than the distance RB by 100 meter. What is the phase difference at the detector? Both sources have a wavelength of 400 meter. Since both waves have phase difference of 90 degree, that is lambda by 4, means wave from source A is ahead of source B by lambda by 4, because you know that a phase difference of 90 degree corresponds to a change in the part difference of lambda by 4. But here we have lambda is equal to 400, so therefore lambda by 4 will be equal to 100 meters. Okay, so the part difference between wave 1 and wave 2 is 100 meter, but wave from B has to cover less distance, 100 meter, so both have zero phase difference. So this is a very simple problem. Although the wave from A is ahead by 100 meter, but it has to travel an extra distance of 100 meter, so therefore both will be in phase. Next is find the phase difference between the waves from the two slits arriving at the mth dark fringe in a double slit experiment. So it is asked to find the phase difference between the two slits at the mth dark fringe in a double slit experiment. This is a typical intensity distribution. So look here, at the center we have the maxima and on the both side we have the minima. So this is first minima, this is also first minima. So this happens at minus pi by 2 and this happens at pi by 2. So the distance the difference between them will be pi by 2 minus pi by 2, which gives me pi. Similarly for second minima, this is second minima, this is second minima, so this will be 2 times 3 pi by 2, or you can check this is pi, and this is pi, so this gives me 3 pi. And similarly for third order we will have this 2 times 5 by 2 pi, which is equal to 5 pi. So now you can see the relation, or you can see the trend here. So for mth dark fringe we will have 2m plus 1 pi, where m start from 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is a very simple, this was a very simple problem. So I think these problems are enough for these two topics. So next I will be solving problems on thin films. So thanks for watching.